Welcome everyone, we are the Grin Brothers. I figured there might be something still about here, so that's why I started recording straight away.
Yeah, there should be something.
I
think this is a place you can have as a base, maybe?
Well, there's a power armor and a workstation there, so yeah, it must be.
Cannot use this whilst in combat.
So then, Rafi,
What am I in combat with?
which crime should I talk about today? We got...
Oh, for God's sake, we're too dumb.
Okay. We got drug use.
Hey.
Scamming.
Okay.
Well, a scammer, I'm not sure if we call it this
Go check
physical
that
crime
out.
scamming. Yeah, we got drug use, or we got, not sure what I'd call it. Probably bribery. I guess I could also put discrimination, but I'd also...
How about we pick whichever one we think someone we hate would be most likely to do?
Ralph, that's a big pool of people.
That is. Let's pick Randy Pitchford, because I really don't like him.
Oh,
And
well.
for some reason he came into my mind. And I know...
Well, okay, which do you think he's more likely to do? Bribery, discrimination, or drug use?
I imagine he's probably bribed a handful of people before.
Okay then,
I don't know why!
So then, our local newspaper, just, it's only updated once every week, rather than daily, but, it's a local newspaper, Turn to, just open up the front page, and, this is interesting. After the discussion about the 170 houses they want to build in our village,
Yeah.
wherein there was a meeting to decide whether it would go ahead, and a vote takes place. You may have heard me mention it before. It was voted 7-3 in favour.
Yeah.
It was heard from one of the council members who turned to one of the other councillors there, where he whispered something along the lines of, "For a second, I didn't think we were going to get that through as intended."
As intended.
It has now been called into dispute as to whether they were actually supposed to, whether it was already preordained to push through this vote. Before hearing the 450 objections
Yeah.
from both our village and the areas nearby.
Yeah.
To 170 houses being built.
Wow, it's almost like it's just not a good idea to build the houses.
They even included our elected, not our, you got the MP for the area, and ours is a complete ass. And you get the other one, the one who doesn't sit within Parliament, but I can't remember what you get 2 votes basically.
Yeah.
Head of county or something like that. Yeah, he also objected, sort of thing. But yeah, this vote thing went through, but now suddenly it's being put on hold because there's suddenly a case of, okay, was someone bribed or something? It seems like you'd preordained for this to go through.
Yeah.
Regards to, having orchestrated the vote. And apparently, and as people are also suggesting, it seems like the 450 objections didn't seem to have much of an impact. Bit weird that almost everyone, except for the, obviously the people wanting to build the houses, are against these extra houses.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe that's because they're corrupt and want more money.
Like, the initial thing
Oh, yeah.
seemed to suggest more...
That's not what I was after.
Seemed to suggest more that the council were just cowards and scared of being taken to court over the rejecting it. Huh? Oh, this was someone out. Ah, okay. She did mention that there are others who she thought were the one.
The real question, the fog ain't that bad.
Yeah, it's very easy to see through. I mean, going back to that Sonic Mania episode, I could barely see what I was doing whilst the sort of the suffocation was going on in it. But this, no problem at all. I mean, heck, that light's shining through. I mean, heck, this fog isn't even as bad as what you get in England.
Ah, a rat chicken.
Awesome.
Just looks like a normal chicken.
I mean, a little featherless, but
It's just a normal chicken. Also, why did that thing... Whoa.
I'm glad you can just parry that with a block, because clearly that's the type of animal that you'd be able to parry it charging at you. So yeah, on the plus side, it does seem more likely now that those houses won't go through, because of course if it comes out that it's, you know, been bribed or there's a case of corruption, then obviously it's just going to be completely dropped. We don't have to worry about a mini roundabout destroying the business of our pub and our forge.
The only two things we have other than the old people homes.
We also have retirement homes, and we do have a fencing company. Small start fencing company.
I repeat a statement I have made before. This is the place you come to die.
Yeah.
You have retirement homes and a cemetery.
Like I've been to other villages, and like other villages are like a fish and chip shop and like a museum dedicated to their village.
Yeah, we drink until we're buried in our one pub,
which doesn't serve good food anymore because it's all weird, wacky, non-English stuff sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, sure, you know that seems like a nice mashed potato you got there. So why did you just like throw on like 15 different like ingredients to it?
Yes, that's not like a pub anymore. You're trying to be a restaurant.
Yeah, it's too fancy schmancy. Just, you know, why is there a... Like, I don't understand how any pub could go about without not having ham, egg and chips on the menu.
Yeah,
like,
I don't even like ham, egg and chips, but yeah.
It's a simple meal, you know, beans or toast, you know, like something standard, you know, which the majority of people like and has very little added to it, as it were. You know, a simple sort of meal.
I don't know how people get killed so easily by these things. You can just walk away from it.
Yeah.
Like
they just have low stamina, or I guess...
I'm not even sprinting.
Or I guess, like you, they just are constantly over-encumbered.
Hello.
What the... Oh, Gulper. It kind of just looks like a giant... And,
I refuse to fight. I will only walk.
Just kind of look like a...
oh god, the plants are not happy with that statement.
Giant English pudding sort of rising out of the ground.
This place has ghouls. I don't think I've been here before.
But yeah, that's the bribery.
Oh no, I have been here before.
That's the bribery crime then.
Yeah.
Or likely bribery crime. Let's go on to...
I don't know why I based this off what I think Randy Pitch would do.
how about we go into drug crime now?
Sure.
So, Japanese Olaf has been arrested.
Ah, I've heard about this, yeah.
Yeah. The Japanese voice actor for Olaf, as well as a character and his actual physical appearance in the recently released Sega game Judgment, which is a spin-off of Yakuza series, has been arrested. So, Kingdom Hearts 3 in Japan is going to get an update which changes his voice actor. The game Judgment, despite only being out, like, I think it's been out for free since the start of this year, but it's going to be taken off shelves as they go work to replace the guy's entire role. And as in typical Japanese fashion when drug use is concerned, it's like they're going to just go about and remove everything associated with him at all possible, because the Japanese are heavy when people are drug users. Oh gosh, they have one of the lowest drug uses for a reason. You are just... It's kind of weird for a country which is so soft on, you know, child pornography to just be so condemning of drug use to such a degree that everything is over for you in Japan if you do so. Like, you know, people who are like number one in the sort of set... Like, there's like this one actress who... Her clothing line, you know, despite being one of the best-selling clothing lines, despite having like like her song being like the top of the Japanese iTunes and like some of these things, everything was just completely removed of her within like a couple weeks. You know, she went from having everything to nothing.
Yeah.
Just for one drug use incident.
A bit extreme.
I mean, heck, the creator of Ashita no Joe and some other best-selling mangas. I think he also made Tiger King.
Like, it's kind of weird because
like he wasn't like recognised for any of his work for like
why can't I catch
years
fish?
because he had a drug use incident, so he was just like completely condemned at that point, and like he wasn't allowed to be recognised for his works for ages.
Like, it's funny when you consider the fact that some of our most popular musicians aren't known drug users.
I mean, I am harsh on drug use. I'm very much against it.
I'm against it as well.
But I think it's a little backwards with the Japanese being so light on child pornography. I mean, heck, their most recent laws were only introduced recently. And even then, the creator of Rurouni Kenshin, even though I love the Rurouni Kenshin manga, the creator of Rurouni Kenshin got, you know, is already out on bail for it. Sort of
Really?
thing. I believe so. I think, you know, he basically had to pay.
Wow.
I think his fine was the equivalent of 15,000.
Did you see how much I teleported?
I think his fine for it was like the equivalent of £15,000, and he had like a 6-month sentence. That's it.
That's not even really a sentence, is it?
Mm.
Also, you didn't acknowledge the fact that I teleported like 3 times. Like,
to be fair, I'm just so used to it at this point.
ah, Jesus
I've got to say,
Christ.
that's a cool design for a oh look there, the legendary Blood Rage. Just like it's like a shiny Pokemon.
He hits down hard as well. What do you?
The frame rate is not a fan of him.
Ooh.
Oh, neat. We're now getting a lot of those left arm shoulder plates now.
Yeah,
Just what we needed. More my luck, me. We don't have enough of that.
Yeah, damn it! It's another left arm. I've already got a cryogenic left arm.
Like, you know, I'm quite against drug use, but the Japan's level of going against it is insane. Like, I mean, the Yakuza series is about crime and everything, but there'll be
some chicken in the water.
You know, they'll have all sorts of crimes shown, but they'll never show off, you know, drug use or drug distribution, even when trying to depict a series about criminals. They just won't have that.
Yeah. Which doesn't really make sense.
I think you'd probably push the game rating up to Z in Japan.
Which is the equivalent of what?
As in, you can't display it on store shelves.
Oh. What the hell's a ghoul doing here?
He just wanted to join in with the fun. Or he just really likes meat. What did you drop down?
Chicken.
Oh, well, of course that's going to happen. He just really wants that chicken. I mean, if I'd survived the apocalypse, I would appreciate finding a chicken and eating it.
Well, apparently chickens just live on this island.
Yeah, best island. What's Dottie over there?
Dottie, to watch the event happen.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
I have to kill this damn thing.
Yeah, drug use is heavily sort of penalised in Japan, but the funny thing is where that originated from. Their heavy rules against drug use. Yeah. And to be fair,
Jesus Christ.
their heavy rules of drug use...
Oh, it's a legendary as well.
Their heavy rules of drug use have certainly stopped drug use being common in Japan.
Yeah.
Unlike, you know, a lot of the countries... Like, you know, America had a big sort of anti-drug use sort of policy, but...
And it did nothing.
Yeah. Japan actually got it working. But funny enough, the reason they're so heavy against drug use is because of America.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
In Japan, cannabis used to be illegal before World War II.
Oh.
When America, you know, dropped the nukes, and obviously, you know, they did a sort of various rules, the peace agreement between America and Japan. One of which Japan has no overseas army; they only have a defense force. But another being that, of course, a heavy sort of ruling against drug use. And whereas America has softened it because of the amount of freedom the states have in being able to decide their own laws,
Japan are terrified.
Japan has actually been, because Japan doesn't have individual state rules as often.
Yeah.
Their heavy drug, you know, rules against drug use are still in place since the 1940s. There's also a whole shame aspect to it, which is of course very powerful in Japan.
Yeah. Not so much over in England.
No.
You're a disgrace to the family. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, alright, mate.
Doesn't stop me from going out back.
Hey, as you say, hey, well, that's a thing. My mum don't fall.
I was about to say something, but then I remembered that like other countries don't use the word fag as in cigarette.
That was so funny in the Sonic All Stars Racing sort of interview sort of thing. They're actually commenting, you know, how they came up with the idea of the transformed thing, and the person said, "Oh, so I came up with this theory and I just jotted it down on the back of a fag packet." And the comments section went ballistic because, of course, they didn't know that, you know, our usage of the word fag is just cigarettes.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming is what you were about to explain.
Yeah. We, because I was gonna, as part of the joke, be like, don't stop me from going out back and just having a cheeky fag. But then I realised, oh wait, people won't know what the hell I'm on about because they think it's like a slur again. I mean, it technically is. Like over in a lot of places, it is a slur towards gay people.
Not in, you know, Britain.
But we just use it as, like, it's a term for cigarette. We still use it as an insult, but we're British. We use everything as an insult. But like... Yeah, no, it's a weird...
Jokes about not wearing pants in England has an unfortunate context when Americans try to bring them over here.
Yeah.
Because pants, you know, pants, what the Americans call pants are trousers to us. And what Americans call underwear, those are pants.
Yeah.
So it's a very different meaning.
Just a casual bit of going commando.
Yep.
Is that a term over there?
I'm fairly sure.
I don't know.
I saw some Naruto fan comics which had that as a joke. But yeah, who would have thought Olaf, you know, arrested for drug use? How could he?
The first comment I saw about that was, I guess it turns out Olaf was actually just made of cocaine.
Yeah, there was actually a comment by a. It was a long time ago. Again, I don't agree with him, but you know he does have, like, it was a person sort of like defending drug use, sort of saying that if you're so against it, you know, thinking no one should be using it, then just go to all your sort of albums from the 80s and just start burning every one of them, because almost all of the musicians at the time made those songs when they were high.
Joke's on you. I've already done that. Well, I mean, yeah, but like...
But it's like, yeah, but does that say just how little talent you have where you could only make your music when you're, you know, stoned off your ass?
Oof, that's a bit of an attack there. Elton John, you ain't shit.
I mean, like, it's like...
Beatles, one of the most famous bands in history.
Yeah, I'm full for that. Like, gosh, if you think you're good enough, you know, start making it when you're sober.
I just, like... their music's alright. It was very of the time. I'm not particularly into it. I'm not of the time. This is kind of cute. In fact, I'm pretty sure...
I really like this island.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this in Skyrim.
You probably have.
Clean it up a bit. Wouldn't surprise me if they just reused, like, this is actually just a...
I'm usually okay with reusing, but Bethesda just have a way of making it, I don't know, somehow worse when they do it.
The final boss of 76 is Alduin. In the files, it was still Alduin.
Yeah, maybe not reuse your final boss. That might be taking a step too far. Bit too much cheek there. Yeah, I'm not sure of any more jokes I can really make about the situation there. This has been an episode of just crime. Pure crime.
Just crime. There's someone in this area that I want to talk to.
Oh, should we do that next episode? Yeah, we'll do
we've
that
got
next
time
episode.
to do it now.
I mean,
It's not like a long conversation. I gotta find them.
That's why I said do it next episode. But
Okay, sure.
cheerio.
Bye.